Good morning. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. No one has ever seen the mind, but we need to understand the mind in order to improve the results that we're getting in our life. Our behavior is the cause of our results, but it's the secondary cause. It's the action that we take that causes a reaction, but our action is caused deep down at a root level in every cell of our being by our subconscious mind. You can think all day long of what you want. You can think all day long of how to do something. You can think about what's going on in the world, but all that thinking, you're using your conscious mind. Your conscious mind is what you're aware of, what you see around you, what you know the world consists of just by looking at it. Your table, your chair, your coffee cup, your car, everything that you see, everything you taste and touch, all the education that you received, everything that you have intellectualized, everything you know about how the world works, that you're thinking is your conscious mind. But that's only 5% of who you are. 5%. Well, I've heard it might even be as low as 2%. So that means the subconscious is 95 to 98%. And the subconscious is what's causing your behavior. The subconscious is what's running the show. So we want to understand what's going on in the subconscious. The subconscious, the main part of you, has been programmed through repetition and emotional impacts. Understanding that you were taught as a child how to read, how to write, how to speak, how to think about religion, how to think about politics, how to think about love, what to expect, what to fear, what to love, what does love look like, why are you afraid of so many things, how the world works, what it takes to earn money, whether money flows easily or you work hard and grind it out and never enough. All of that has been programmed into your subconscious mind, and we're operating from our subconscious. We think we're thinking about what we do, but do you notice how automatically you overreact when someone pushes your buttons? You notice how no matter how much you want to do something, most of the things you say to yourself are, I can't do that because, or I'll do that when I have time, I'll do that when I can afford it, I'll do that someday. That's all because you were programmed to believe it's going to take a long time, it's going to be hard, it's going to cost too much, it's not for you. The subconscious mind was programmed genetically. That's why you look like your parents. That's why you sound like them. That's why you look like some of your relatives that maybe you haven't even met before. That's already programmed. You can't really do anything about the color of your skin or the culture that you were born into. But you can change so many things. You can change your beliefs about what's the right political party. You might have been fighting with people about what's right in the political world, or who's wrong, or how the world is going crazy because of someone's opinions. You can decide to change. You can be open-minded and listen to the other side, listen to their reasons, listen to what they believe, and then consider, what if they're right? What if what your parents taught you was wrong? What if what you learned about God, Jesus, Buddha, Confucius, universal intelligence, what if that was limited? What if it's so much more than you can possibly comprehend? And what if this divine energy is really flowing into you? It's part of you, it's flowing through you, and you get to decide if life is beautiful. You can decide to be successful in every area of your life. You know, you're already successful. Most people can get dressed by themselves. Most people can brush their own teeth. Most people do that automatically. Most people can earn a living. Most people can purchase groceries and cook them and clean their own house if they choose to. But not everyone. Other people were born believing that everyone else will take care of that. I don't have to do anything. Some people were born into families that have got 3, 4, 5, 6 generations of welfare recipients. So they believe they don't have to work. Money is their right. It just comes to them. They'll be taken care of. They'll be taken care of by the Creator, by society, by other people. Why work when you can enjoy life? There are other people who believe that they have fantastic ideas that will change the world, and through their ideas, they've built skyscrapers, they've built businesses, they've built cell phones, they've built different types of furniture, computers, appliances, vehicles, machines, things that make our lives easier. And they had a fantastic idea. They could be multi-billionaires because of the service they provided to the world, because of how they changed the way the world works. And then the vast majority of people believe that it's hard to make money. There's not enough to go around. You have to work and slave and grind, maybe take advantage of people, maybe steal or hurt people because that's a way you learned that money comes. It's a belief. I help people look at their limiting beliefs, look at the beliefs that have been programmed into their subconscious mind, and think, is this true? Is it really, really true? Why do I believe it? Why don't other people believe this? What if I believed the opposite? What if I could easily earn millions of dollars, or just a few $100,000, so that I could be debt-free, I could enjoy more life, I could really buy the things I want? What would that look like? Lisa Nichols said, people have a tendency to look at the things that they want and say, yes, I like that. I want that. However, they look at the things that they don't want and they give them just as much energy, if not more, with the idea that they can stamp it out, they can eliminate it, obliterate it. In our society, we've become content with fighting against things, fighting against cancer, fighting against poverty, fighting against war, fighting against drugs, fighting against terrorism, fighting against violence. We tend to fight everything we don't want, which actually creates more of a fight. Now, I've picked up the book The Secret from Rhonda Byrne, and there's another quote in here from Hale Dwoskin, who is a teacher and author. He said, anything we focus on, we do create. So if we're really angry, for instance, at a war that's going on, or strife or suffering, we're adding our energy to it. We're pushing ourselves. And that only creates resistance. And Carl Jung, who lived from 1875 to 1961, said, what you resist persists. What you push against gets bigger. What you resist persists. The reason that what you resist persists is because if you're resisting something, you're saying, no, I don't want this thing because it makes me feel this way, the way I'm feeling right now. So you're putting out a really strong emotion of, I really don't like this feeling, and it comes racing towards you. Resistance is anything, resistance to anything is like trying to change the outside pictures after they've been transmitted. It's a futile pursuit. You have to go within and emit a new signal with your thoughts and feelings to create the new pictures. As you resist what has already appeared, you're adding more energy and more power to those pictures you don't like, and you're bringing more of them at a fast and furious rate. The event or the circumstances can only get bigger because that is the law of the universe. The anti-war movement creates more war. The anti-drug movement has actually created more drugs because we're focusing on what we don't want. Lisa Nichols says people believe that if we really want to eliminate something, we have to focus on that. How much sense does it make for us to give the particular problem all of the energy? If what we focus on grows, shouldn't we be focused on the opposite? Focusing on love, on trust, on living in abundance, focusing on education or peace? Mother Teresa was brilliant. She said, I will never attend an anti-war rally. If you have a peace rally, invite me. Mother Teresa knew, she understood the secret. Look how much peace and love and generosity and kindness that she manifested in the world. So if you're anti-war, be pro-peace instead. Hale Dwoskin suggested if you're anti-hunger, be pro people having more than enough to eat. If you're against a particular politician, instead be pro his opponent. Often elections are tipped in favor of the person that the people are really against because he's getting all the energy and all the focus. Everything in this world began with thinking. The bigger things get bigger because more people give their thoughts to it after it has appeared. Then those thoughts and emotions keep that very event in our existence and make it bigger. If we took our minds off of what we don't want and focused instead on love, what we're focused against could not exist. It would evaporate, it would disappear. Charles Hannell said, remember, and this is one of the most difficult as well as the most wonderful statements to grasp. Remember that no matter what the difficulty is, no matter where it is, no matter who is affected, you have no patient but yourself. You have nothing to do but convince yourself of the truth which you desire to see manifested. And Bob Proctor, Jack Canfield, all the experts have said it's okay to notice what you don't want because it gives you contrast. But you have to say, this is what I do not want. But the fact is, the more you talk about what you don't want or talk about how bad it is, and you read about it all the time, and then you say how terrible it is, well, you're creating more of it. You really cannot help the world or yourself by focusing on negative things. As you focus on the negative events of the world, you not only add to them, but you bring more negative things into your own life at the same time. When the pictures appear of something you do not want, that's your cue to change your thinking and to emit a new signal. If it's a world situation, you're not powerless. You have all the power. You can focus on everybody being in joy. What would it look like? What would world peace really look like? Focus on abundance of food for everyone. No one is hungry, no one is homeless, no one is in poverty. Give your powerful thoughts to what is wanted. You have the ability to give so much to the world by emitting feelings of love and well-being despite what is happening around you. Many people will say, well, I have to be informed. Maybe you have to be informed, but you don't have to be inundated. Rhonda Byrne said when she discovered the secret, she made a decision that she would not watch the news or read newspapers anymore because it didn't make her feel good. The news services and the newspapers are not in any way to blame for broadcasting bad news. As a global community, we are responsible for it. We buy more newspapers when a huge drama is in the headline. The news channels' ratings skyrocket when there's a national or international disaster. So the newspapers and news services give the world more bad news because as a society, that's what we're saying we want. The media is the effect, and we are the cause. It's just the law of attraction in action. The news services and newspapers will change what they deliver to us when we emit a new signal and focus on what we want. Learn to become still and take your attention away from what you don't want and the emotional charge around it, and place the attention on what you wish to experience. Energy flows where attention goes. Are you beginning to see the phenomenal power you have in this world just through your existence. As you focus on the good things, the things you feel good, you're bringing more good things to the world. At the same time, you're bringing more good things into your own life. When you feel good, you uplift your life and you uplift the world. The universal law is perfection in operation. Dr. John DeMartini says, I always say when the voice and the vision on the outside become more profound, clear, and loud than the opinions on the outside, you've mastered your life. Lisa Nichols says, it's not your job to change the world or the people around you. It's your job to go with the flow inside of the universe and to celebrate it inside the world that exists. You are the master of your life, and the universe is answering your every command. Don't become mesmerized by the pictures that have appeared if they're not what you already want, if they're not what you like. The conditions, the circumstances, the environment that you're living in, take responsibility for them. Make light of them if you can, and let them go. Then think new thoughts of what you want. Feel them and be grateful that it is done. There is infinite. Infinite means unending, never ending, no beginning, no end. So if everyone uses a secret and they all treat the universe like a catalog and everybody gets what they want, are we going to run out of stuff? No. The beautiful thing is that there's more than enough to go around for everyone. There's more than enough good. There's more than enough love. The universal lie that people have been taught, well, not everyone, wealthy people don't believe this, but most people have been living in fear and greed and stinginess, and thoughts of fear and greed, stinginess, poverty, and lack becomes their experience. So many people have taken a nightmare pill. The truth is there's more than enough to go around. There's more than enough creative ideas. There's more than enough power. There is infinite, divine, pure love. That means there's more than enough love to go around. There's more than enough joy. All of this begins to come through a mind that is aware of its own infinite nature. Open up your mind, open up your vision, and look at what it is that you really want. Love, peace, joy. You create what you're in harmony with. If your experience has been lack and limitation and poverty, it's because that's what you've been visualizing. That's what you've been practicing. That's what you've been paying attention to. That's what you've been focusing on. And that's what you've created. And as you think lack and limitation and poverty, and this is what I don't want, and you're trying to resist it, fight it, push it away, you've inadvertently created more of it. And as the momentum builds, it gets bigger and becomes more in your experience. When we open our minds to the unlimited creative power, we will call forth abundance and see and experience a whole new world. The only limits are what we have created in our own human minds, in our conscious mind, and what was programmed into us through the subconscious by people who love us, who actually just wanted to keep us safe, but who did not understand the laws of the universe. When people start to live from their heart and go after what they want, they don't go after the same things. That's the beauty of this. Not everybody wants a BMW. Not everybody wants to live in a mansion. Not everybody wants to have the same people in their life. We don't all want the same experiences. We don't all want the same clothing and appliances. We don't want the same amount of money. We're all here on this glorious planet endowed with this wonderful power to visualize and to create what we do want. There are no limits to what you can create for you because your ability to think is unlimited. But you cannot create other people's lives for them. You cannot think for them. And if you try to force your opinions on others, you will only attract like forces to you. So let other people create the life that they want. There is enough for everyone. If you believe it, you can see it. If you act from it, it will show up for you. That's the truth. Everything that you want, all the joy, all the love, all the abundance, the prosperity, the bliss, it's there ready for you to grab a hold of it. And you've got to get hungry for it. You've got to be intentional. When you become intentional and on fire for what you want, the universe will deliver every single thing that you've been wanting. Recognize the beautiful and wonderful things around you. Bless and praise them. And on the other side, the things that aren't working the way you want them to work, don't spend your energy faulting or complaining. Embrace everything that you want, and you can get more of it. What you bless and praise, what you are grateful for, what you show appreciation for becomes bigger in your life. Focus your attention and energy on love, on trust, on prosperity, on education, on peace, on love. We will never run out of good things because there's more than enough to go around for everyone. Life is meant to be abundant. You have the ability to tap into the unlimited supply through your thoughts and feelings. And through your thoughts, feelings, and actions, you bring it into your experience. Praise and bless everything in the world, and you will dissolve negativity and discord and align yourself with the highest frequency, love. Think about what you love, what you want, what you prefer, what you would love to create, and create that. Give your focused attention to how that feels and start to take action on the inspired ideas that come to you. You might want to write them down so you don't forget. What would you love? How does that feel now that you know it's yours? Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. Create a wonderful day. I will see you back. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you back here Monday morning at 7.